Information, Mike. Wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
4, 5, 6, 17 down, ready now.
You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left. Winds are calm. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the RampCheck Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm little brother Ryan. How's it going, brothers?
What's going on, guys?
I find it fitting that our intro at the very end with the F-35 jet just busting our eardrums for stories tonight.
I've got the old F-35 cap on. Looks like Aaron's got his on as well.
I guess I didn't get the memo.
I've got all kinds of F-35 stuff up here. I've got our old patch on right here. I've got another F-35.
Oh, yeah. I've got
it's F-35 night on the RampCheck Aviation Podcast.
Yes.
Well, I wish you guys would have sent that in the memo.
Oh, well, it's...
we were chatting about it all day. We didn't plan it. We just kind of did it.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me to wear an F-35 shirt. That's okay. The A-10's still badass, so, but...
Yes,
all right.
Yes, yeah. It is. So is it just me, or do you guys have control like over our each other's volume when I hover over your picture? I think that might be new in the software. I didn't get the memo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is a new feature.
When what?
Used to not do that.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of messing with my head here a little bit. So
there you go.
And by the way, I rearranged the soundboard a little bit, so it might be I can access things that are a little bit more relevant. But I got a brand new one. You want to hear it?
Yes.
Sure.
How dare you?
That's perfect.
How dare you?
That is good.
And it goes perfectly with this one.
Why don't you cry about it?
Anyway,
there
whatever.
you go. Are you down a light tonight, brother? You're looking a little dim and fuzzy.
I do look a little. Well, I always look fuzzy. I guess it's my fucking lighting. I don't know. Let's see.
Best night of the year. BH World chimes in already. He texted me before the podcast and said, "Spam incoming."
Oh,
so here we go.
There's always spam incoming.
Yes. So coming in
BH.
tonight on tonight's edition of the RampCheck Podcast. The RampCheck Aviation Podcast Livestream.
There you go.
I'm still not used to that. It sounds.
I'm not either, but that's okay.
Rolls off the tongue. But anyway, lot to talk about tonight. So China is saying that China's new stealth aircraft can find and kill the B-21 Raider with hypersonic missiles. Computer simulation suggests
missiles. Is that like a Michelin missile?
Michelin, yeah, they're made by Michelin.
The Michelin man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
yes.
Well, of course, China's going to say that. Where's the China button?
Yeah, China is asshole.
Yeah.
China is asshole.
Yes,
there you go. Jeez.
So, I was actually saving that for the actual story, but that's okay.
Hey, we're still talking about it.
Other stories we'll be talking about tonight. The first 737 MAX 10 certification flight has happened. So that's in the certification phase. I'm sure that Southwest is pretty excited about. What are you doing, Aaron?
Sorry.
You just does Aaron just want to be number one? You're number one.
I am.
Anyway,
I am number one. What are you talking about?
So we'll be talking about that. Did you guys know that the Concorde's final flight happened 30 years ago this week?
30? No.
30.
Not its final.
It's
final flight was like...
I meant 20 years ago. Shit.
Okay. There you go. Because the crash was in what? 2000? 2000?
I don't know.
I think it was 2000 was the crash. And then it didn't retire till the mid 2000s.
Right. I meant to say 2003. I don't know why 30 years stuck in my head.
Okay.
I was way off.
But anyway,
There you
whatever.
go.
You were.
It is what it is. And then let's see what else we got to talk about. Oh, and then tonight's fuck around and find out segment. You're going to love this. Anyway, but first,
if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know from our Instagram story what we're going to talk about. because it's absolutely Let's okay. I'm
gotta do.
I'm gonna rein it in for a minute.
Yes, we got to do our palate cleansing video first. I found this, and you av geeks out there, especially av geeks out there, you'll be able to relate to this, and you'll love this. This is pretty freaking hilarious. Hold on. Check out this race.
What the
stair truck race? Is that real?
No, it's computer generated.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah,
not real.
Now I can tell it's computer generated. Okay.
That's hilarious. So wouldn't that be awesome?
At first, I couldn't tell it was, and then that happened. Well, I know the old stair truck, when we got it started, wouldn't be in the lead in any sort of race. So
down. Oh, by the way, I just AvGeek Joe chimes in, stoked for this show. I think he's really stoked for the fuck around and find out segment.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But, Chinese guys plays DCS.
Well, so do we want to save that for later in the show, or do we want to just
jump
into it? What do you think?
We'll go into it here in a second. But I need. So anyway, he's stoked. Lots of references to certain angel pilot is going to come. his major crush is Bayo, so. You know, he really loves Bayo. She's great. And but well, I don't know romantically or not, but he freaking loves Bayo.
Why not?
He's like her number one fan that I know of. So anyway, I got to tell you about the speaking of air stairs. Okay, so or the stair truck. So when I worked at Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport. We had, so you remember the movie Liar Liar at the very end when Jim Carrey, he takes the stair truck out onto the runway.
Oh yeah,
like hauling ass down
that's
the runway.
Right.
So that stair truck actually was purchased by Gateway Aviation Services, who I work for. So we had that exact truck. It's a modified chassis, like it's almost like Electro, like you sit way down. And
really?
Driver, so like when they filmed the movie, you wouldn't see the driver. It made it look like Jim Carrey was driving it. It's the world's fastest stair truck because they built it
the governor
to have to go fast for the governor didn't have a governor on it to go fast for the movie.
Nice.
The effect and everything. So that just a little piece of history there, working down there at in Mesa, Arizona.
Nice.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
That's
And
hilarious.
Then, you guys remember in the movie Dumb and Dumber when it's okay, I'm a limo driver.
Yeah,
that's of course at Salt Lake International. So we all worked at Salt Lake International. So
we did, and it is a completely new airport now. Nothing that we did when we worked there it still exists.
No,
at least on the commercial side.
It's so different. I just flew in and out of there 2 days ago. It's nuts.
We actually all did.
Yeah, we all did. Well, I did one. Yeah.
Hank is checking in.
Hey,
literally.
What's up, Hank? Good to see our regulars here with us tonight. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all.
Okay, before we jump into our first story, I do want to show you one more video, and this is badass.
All right, let's see it.
All right, let's see what you got there. Oh yeah.
Okay, check out all the control surfaces in this video. This is I got to get rid of it.
You got to hide the audio. There you go. Oh yeah, look at that.
Check that out.
Damn.
That's what 5th gen fly-by-wire gets you.
And we're not even seeing the nozzles moving in the exhaust. I don't know if they would do it during this. I would guess
the thrust vectoring. Yeah, probably.
It does it. It's all tied in to the flight control system, so the nozzles definitely move when all those other surfaces move.
I just stumbled across that on Twitter, and I just thought that was pretty.
Gotta love the Raptor.
Pretty bad.
Funny because if you didn't know much about aviation and you just saw that video, you would almost think that was fake.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Hard to believe the Raptor is gonna, it's kind of on its last.
Don't bring us down, brother.
I know.
Blasphemy.
There's still a lot upgrades are going to give it though for a while because Air Force can't afford, tactically to retire it until the 6th gen NGAD goes on service.
Which is going to be a minute.
See it for another decade or so, and then they'll start phasing them out, I would imagine.
Which is freaking awesome.
That's right.
By the way, credit to this is a post that was reposted by Aviation at Webflight on X Twitter, and video credit that one spotter. That one spotter, great.
Great that one spotter. Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah. BH chimes in again. Legacy 5th gen. We're not impressed. Oh my god.
Of course he would. Says that. Says the spaghetti F-35 guy.
Isn't that funny? The legacy 5th gen. Anyway,
I know.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And then of course Wadman. Talk about control. That's right.
Dude.
Oh yeah. See that thing. What's up, Wadman? Good to hear from you.
Maybe we need to start with our B-21 Raider story first, since Wadman just chimed in. What do you think?
All right.
Go
right
that?
ahead.
Okay, Here we go.
I guess Tony wants to start with that one.
Well, why not? We're going to be talking.
Well, because we talked about starting with the other one. That's why. But
we're going to be talking a lot about.
All right.
But Wadman had to chime in, and it just kind of, made me want to talk about.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Wadman.
Can you guys?
Thanks a lot, Wadman.
Okay?
Yes, we can see it.
So this is coming from the South China Morning Post. All righty then.
China Morning Post.
Say that 5 times fast.
China's new stealth aircraft.
South China Morning Post.
South China Morning Post. South China Morning Post.
Can find and kill the B-21 Raider with hypersonic missiles, their computer simulations suggest.
Oh, computer simulations! For God's
you
sake.
can have a computer simulation simulate anything you want it to.
You want it.
They don't even have the full capability of B-21. I'm sure they're going to claim they hacked the computers and stole all the info.
Oh yeah, of course they will. I mean, you almost have to say this as another country, like, and what I mean by that is it has its first flight. They know it's badass, and so their publicists are like, okay, we got to put something out there to make our people feel like we're still the best superpower. You know what I mean? It's so funny.
I know. Yeah. They mean DCS, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
The new U.S. stealth bomber may be taken by surprise by ultra-fast missiles coming from near space with the unpredictable Gyeonggusen trajectory.
Shanchusen.
Yeah. Shanchusen.
Taken by surprise with ultra-fast. Dude, ultra-fast doesn't mean shit if you can't track something.
I know. You have to find something first.
That's the thing is stealth doesn't make something completely invisible, but what it does is it makes it extremely difficult to actually lock on. It's a totally different story by detecting something, or there's a blip on the radar or whatever. The problem is I guarantee you 99.9% of the tracking radars out there for surface to air missiles would not be able to lock on to something, especially this new. I mean, it would have a hard time with the F-22, which is the first generation, 5th gen fighter, which BH alluded to earlier.
Okay, so how about this? Okay, so
the
B-21 Raider is the, let's see. So you have the F-117 Nighthawk, the F-22 Raptor, the F-5. Well, I should say the B-2 Spirit, the F-35. And now the B-21 Raider. So that would be what, 5th generation?
Well, the B-21 is officially designated as the world's first 6th generation aircraft.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Combat aircraft.
But I'm saying, could you say 5th generation stealth technology?
No, because that would get it mixed up with 6th generation combat aircraft.
Oh, come on.
Well,
it's the 5th stealth. Well, here's the thing though. See, China and Russia, they'd say, but we have stealthy fighters. We have 5th gen. We got Su-57. We got J-20. It's like, but is it though? It's kind of like that Thor meme, Is it though?
Is it though? Yeah. Well, and you know it's funny, like when they were designing the B-21 and like creating it, you know, going on the drawing board, it's almost like someone in that design group reads this story and like they're going, oh dang it, we forgot to make it not trackable by China's missiles. Like,
I know
this story is just so funny. I mean,
it's just it is. It's pretty hilarious. Actually.
Yeah,
So,
but I gotta believe with it being 6th gen, not 5th gen, that thing's got to be pretty fucking hard to track.
you would
yeah,
think
it's
so.
got to be hard to track. And you know, the reality is, you know, hopefully we'll never need to find that out.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hopefully something like the B-21 Raider is scary enough to prevent a conflict. I think that's what's so awesome about all this kick-ass technology coming out is,
Mhm.
you know, a lot of people are like, oh, why are we spending all this, you know, money on war? You know, it's like, I like to think it's about actually, you know, deterrence and preventing major conflict.
Unpredictable conquest trajectory. What does that mean? It's a piece of crap made up thing that has no control or quality. BH World, thank you very much. Yes,
Yeah,
guessing you're
probably right.
I also want to point out that when countries like China and Russia say this is their 5th and 6th gen, it's more like the US's, you know, 4th, maybe 4th and a half.
Maybe a 4 plus or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, it's all publicity to play down the awesomeness of the B-21.
Yeah, it's
by
propaganda.
other countries. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
propaganda.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Hank says they'll send the B-52s with new engines. Yes. Well, we'll just send everything we've got. The cool thing about the B-21 Raider, or I should say the scary thing about it, is by the time you know it's there, if you even know it's there, it's going to be too fucking late anyway. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
there's no question that its capabilities are just, you know, I mean, we'll probably never know what its capabilities are until, you know, 50, 60 years down the road when it's fully retired and, you know, maybe some things become declassified. But
right.
I don't know. Let's just put it this way. My money's on the Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
My yen is on the Raider.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Nice.
I do want to point out that Wadman's being surprisingly quiet about this topic.
I know.
He's being the B-21 and we're being the Shushin.
And by the way, you know, Northrop, they're fond of the flying wing. So check this out. Here's Northrop's legacy when it comes to flying wings. You've got the YB-35.
Yep.
And then the YB-49, which is basically the jet version of the YB-35 with some other improvements. And then mild improvements. And then you've got, of course, the B-2 Spirit and then the B-21 Raider. They just get more badass looking every time you see them.
They do, but at the same time, they don't look much different.
Yeah.
No, they really don't.
Which is kind of cool.
It's just the next step in the evolution of the design.
Right.
And you had flying wing technology all the way back in the 40s. Think about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's a cool picture, though.
That is a pretty cool picture.
So make sure you guys out there take watch the podcast and if you're listening to it, so you can see all these cool pictures. Yeah,
exactly. So also, here we go. Finally, Wadman. I mean, how can you not be scared of something named? God, I can't even pronounce.
It's the mythical creature from hell or something.
Oh, really?
It doesn't let you escape hell or something like that. I forget exactly what it is, but it's along those lines.
Wow,
that's what was painted on the B-21.
Oh, okay.
It's that artwork that's on the B-21.
All right. Yes, BH. I know.
Northrop Grumman. That's right.
What did you say, Tony?
I said Northrop because
you left out the Grumman.
Well, I didn't leave it out purposely.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
I will, just to piss BH World off.
Struck a nerve.
However, he says Leroy Grumman would like to have a word with you. I'm
Leroy Grumman.
Leroy.
That's awesome.
So here I'm gonna pull this up real quick. I pulled this up on X. This is actually the that artwork that was the
Cerberus doesn't look that
Cerberus,
scary in
Greek
the top
mythology,
right.
Greek mythology, the monstrous watchdog of the underworld. That's what.
Oh
it is.
wow!
So you can see it was painted right there on the nose gear door.
The monstrous watchdog. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
really
badass.
cool.
Yeah, that's not too scary right
Yeah,
there.
that one's like cute puppy eyes.
He just kind of looks kind of cute. But
that's a good one right there.
That's a little bit better. Yeah.
There you go. Oh yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, so that's what that's all about.
Love it.
Very cool stuff. Let's see. Oh, and man, I guess I pissed off a few. Oh, please, Tony, spare us. I miss Grumman. Build him the EA6B Prowler, the A6 Intruder, and of course of course.
Yes.
They merged. Northrop was. Oh my God, people.
But see, by you just saying Northrop, you left Grumman out of it.
I did.
That's a huge legacy.
And for the record, it wasn't Northrop Grumman until the Raider, the B-21 Raider.
I guess
it was the Northrop B-2 Spirit.
Yeah.
So, all right, true. You guys.
Just like all CRJs built by Bombardier are now Mitsubishi CRJs.
Right.
You got to call it how it is now.
Who calls them the Mitsubishi CRJ?
Nobody calls it Mitsubishi.
Shut up. It'll always be Bombardier to me.
I know.
Just saying.
Bombardier.
Well, it is from Canada.
Bombardier.
That's right. See, what a lot of people don't know is that the company is actually called Bombardier.
He's a genius, eh? He knows the Atlas.
Because they say, "Oh yeah, it's Bombardier."
Oh yeah. No, they used to. Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm just kidding, by the way. Okay.
No, but when I was a flight dispatcher at SkyWest, a lot of my colleagues who thought they know a lot about aviation, they would call it the Bombardier.
The Bombardier.
That's what it kind of looks like. It's spelled like.
Yeah. Anyway, were we going to read more on that story? Sorry, I shrunk the story so that we could.
No, I'm just going to.
I think we're done.
This beating the American bomber will be pivotal in any future conflict with China, as it has the potential to slip beyond China's core defenses. No shit, Sherlock, and we'll end this story with this.
China is asshole.
Okay, there we
go. Like has potential. Yeah, I would say potential is probably an understatement.
Probably already has.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, speaking of China being asshole, should we go into fuck around and find out?
You want to?
I think we should.
All right, let's do this. You're gonna love this next story, everybody.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
This week's edition of Fuck Around, I love that little clip.
Yeah.
Of Fuck Around and Find Out is brought to you by residents of the cities of Layton, Clearfield, Clinton, and Ogden, Utah.
And can I give a disclaimer before you finish?
Yes.
The three of us are probably going to be a little riled up about this one. Okay, just wanted to give a disclaimer.
Yes, we are a little biased, but let's watch a little news clip real quick. So this was on the local news here in Utah.
Okay, first off, we'll lead it with this.
Exactly. And a lot of y'all that follow us on Instagram, we posted this in our story today. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out because it's actually kind of funny. But anyway, let me pull this up. So, neighbors of Hill Air Force Base desperate for solutions to destructive jet noise.
Well, why don't you cry about it?
Destructive. Okay, I'm gonna hold comments. Let's just watch
Bring
this.
in the holidays with
Oh,
fun.
God's
Whether
sake.
you're looking for toys.
All right, I'm not gonna.
Mine
I'm not
didn't
gonna
have
give
an ad.
them.
Here we go.
Yeah, and we're definitely all going to need to take turns on this one because wow,
goodness,
this story.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so here we go.
Investigates.
Military-style jet being used at Hill Air Force Base is causing dangerously loud noise.
Dangerous.
Okay, hold on 1 sec. So the first thing, we'll kind of break this down. Listen, a newer military style jet. Okay, first of all, it is a military fucking jet. Okay. Secondly, it is
newer
not
style.
New. The F-35 has been at Hill Air Force Base since 2015. That's almost 10 years. So.
And I love how it's
okay.
their investigative story. Like,
let me add this too. This is the same news channel. You know what? Maybe my light's this problem. Okay. This is the same news channel that is in a certain video that's been circulating around the internet for a couple of years. That was parroting it's a threat to our democracy with about 200 other stations. So yeah, this is the mainstream news. Anyway, whatever.
Okay. Let's try to get through this investigative report.
Yeah, let's let it go and then comment, unless you want to keep stopping.
No, we'll used at Hill Air Force Base is causing dangerously loud noise levels, according to residents who live there. And right now, a group of residents called Safe Skies Utah is claiming the city of Layton and the Air Force Base have
all right.
health concerns about the new F-35s, despite having conducted
the new F-35s that have been around for almost 10 years.
The number one complaint residents on the border of Hill Air Force Base have is noise.
You can turn those
That's
captions
according
off,
to
by the
Layton's
way, brother.
compatible use plan, released 18 months ago, which states the use of F-35 jets makes the noise unbearable. But the citizen group Safe Skies Utah claims nothing has been done about it, despite the plan giving multiple options.
I'm gonna give you a snack, okay?
Oh my
Whitney
God.
Salisbury is one of thousands living on the border of Hill Air Force Base in Layton.
Move!
Noise that you can't escape, ever.
She
Okay,
grew up
move.
here. She's lived in the home for over a decade and thought she was used to the noise of jets.
Okie
Until
dokie.
the F-35 started flying.
I remember the exact day that I heard the F-35 for the first time. My little guy, he was about a year and a half. I grabbed him and I went to the ground. I thought we were being attacked.
I thought, what was that?
Shane Rose
Okay,
says the same
all right.
thing.
Hold on 1
Pause
sec.
it right there.
Thought I was being attacked.
Thought I was being attacked. Clearly, this lady has never been attacked. Okay, clearly.
By a military jet.
Oh my God. Okay.
You're not going to get attacked by an F-35 as a person just out on your lawn with your kid. Sorry.
So one of two things happened here. Either when she was contacted by KUTV News or vice versa about the story, she was thinking overnight in bed, what can I say that'll make this dramatic? Or KUTV was like, I think what maybe you should do is say that you thought you were being attacked. So
is the guy's husband in this story?
Somebody.
Is her husband in this?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Probably not. Exactly.
Oh yeah, right. I've read the article. This is actually the first time I've watched a video, but I read. We'll go into the article too, because there's some other great parts of the article. But yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Worked on the base. He says he originally wanted to be close to the jets.
You know, we always thought of it as the sound of freedom.
But that was when the base was using F-16 fighter jets. With the new F-35 jets,
We've had a window crack. It's a constant repair job.
I can't even talk about it without getting emotional.
each member of
Are you fucking kidding me?
He had a window crack. That's a constant repair job. What
Oh
are you
my
doing?
God.
Replacing
Wait.
it like one little strip at a time?
Go back to that guy. I can't even talk about it without getting emotional.
I'm sorry, dude. I just can't. I can't.
recall the moment they first heard an F-35 jet.
Oh, you got to go back.
I knew it. I was on the ground on my knee.
With the new F-35 jets,
We've had a window crack. It's a constant
Hey, here
repair
we
job.
go.
I can't even talk about it without getting emotional.
each member of Safe Skies Utah can recall the moment they first
Each member,
heard an
there's like
F-35
4.
jet.
Before I even knew it, I was on the ground on my knee
Oh,
because
so
I
sorry.
thought I was dying.
And they
I'm
came
going day after day after day, hour after hour.
These jets are the sound of war.
Oh my God!
The group invited me to join them to measure the
Sound of
sounds
war,
There's
not the
4
sound of
people
freedom.
in their group. Most jets reached 85 to 90 decibel rates. That's a tool used to measure sound. And that sound
Thank
rate
you.
is deemed
News.
to be
That's a tool
harmful
used
by
to measure
OSHA when
sound.
heard for long durations of time. But there is the occasional F-35 jet that puts out noise measuring up to 129 decibels. It's a
Good.
volume considered by
That's how
hearing
you're
specialists
free.
to be damaging, even
Right.
at short intervals.
We had data, we had personal stories.
But they say their concerns are only piling up on the base's noise complaint line.
When we would, I asked what happens to this information.
Oh.
I love how they timed it and
Got
waited for
interrupted.
an F-35 to
Hey,
take
let's
off.
listen to the
Colonel
military.
Jeffrey Holland, who commands the base, agreed
my
to answer
God.
some questions. I asked about the group not receiving calls back after filing noise complaints.
Because you're a fucking idiot.
Information that we don't actually have to call back.
A compatibility plan sponsored by
Not the
Leighton to reduce
military.
conflicts between the base and surrounding cities was made in 2021. It was based on a study that found noise was the #1 concern for residents near the base, especially after it switched to F-35 jets.
There's over 20
10 years ago.
recommendations
10
of
years
how to
ago.
Address this.
Those recommendations included establishing a proper complaint system and moving noisier jet training to another airstrip in Wendover, amongst other things. All of which the group
That's okay. Just give it to the people in Wendover.
They want it to go away. They're not doing anything about it.
But some of the
I
recommendations
hope they
that
never
the
do.
cities are not
Give a
able to
shit.
be acted on, such as moving flights to Wendover.
We don't have the infrastructure we would need and the level of performance that we would need. We couldn't capture it there.
Yeah,
I
there's
reached
no
out
way.
to the city of Layton about the compatibility plan and its recommendations. I haven't received a response.
Aw.
Tomorrow, in a part 2, I asked
'cause
the
you're all
guests to respond
fucking
to their
idiots.
feelings of being disregarded and how they plan to work with them moving forward. In studio, I'm Darby Sparks, 2 News.
Good job, Darby.
Oh yeah, the bitch.
Anyway. Oh my God.
Utah has a housing
All right, how
But
the
there's one
freaking
big-
Yeah,
hell?
turn the
Hold
news
on.
off. I don't need to be
Hold
lied
on.
to. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
I don't even
So-
know where to begin with that.
Oh man.
Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna say is who's getting paid what, who's paying who, and why the hit piece is now almost 10 years after F-35 arrived.
Right.
That's-
Exactly.
Those
10 years
those
later.
are my first.
Yep.
Yeah, almost 10 years. Exactly.
Did you
I
guys
just-
catch the comment where the guy said, this is not the sound of freedom, this is the sound of war, and we want it to stop. Can you
Yeah, well,
fucking believe that?
This is how you don't have Hamas fucking paragliding into your goddamn neighborhood
Yeah.
like in the middle of the day. Like,
And listen, I
just-
lived up pretty close to Hill Air Force Base for a number of years, and when they say in the story it's like hour after hour, day after day, no, it's not.
No.
It's not like nonstop from like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. No, it was never like that. And
We
I've
need
been
to
up
get-
there a lot
I
between
know.
then.
Exactly. We need to get into some of the comments.
We
from
do.
those
The chat's
watching.
going crazy right now. I do want to point out though. So this story came out. Was it today or yesterday?
I don't remember. Let me.
I don't know.
I don't remember. It was either today or yesterday that
November
it came out.
27th, Monday.
So Monday.
Monday.
Okay. So guess what's happening at Hill Air Force Base tomorrow? And I think this is just fucking awesome.
Perfect.
Well, I don't know if we're supposed to say.
Oh, come on. Really?
No,
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
I don't think it's
Okay.
public
I'm just going to
information.
say there'll be more F-35s flying tomorrow.
Hopefully.
And then
Which
after
there always
tomorrow, Maybe
is.
we can talk about it.
Which there
We
always
hope.
is.
Oh, man. I'm telling you.
But
All right.
Anyway,
Let's
Get to the
let's
comments.
start with the comments here. So BH World. Oh, those Clearfield guys. Well, we don't live in Clearfield, so there.
no, he's talking about
right.
people.
Avgeek Joe. Okay.
Who
Who wants?
a cold one? It's just.
Oh, nice. Okay, who wants to tell them that all the F-35 pilots have stickers and pictures by RampCheck on their wall, dreaming of being the next air show hero?
Yeah, right.
I don't.
Oh, that's awesome. Didn't Foreigner have a song called Air Show Hero? Oh, no.
I don't know. You
That's
would
jukebox.
know. Yeah.
Be a juke. Anyway. And then Avkeek Joe as well. Also, who wants to tell those crybabies that people want to move there to have Top Gun Bayo filmed in front of them?
I'll tell these crybabies anything. I'd love to talk to him.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to him.
Yeah. Find the
Hashtag
money
move.
trail.
I'm an aviation journalist, and I can investigate that. If you live next to a demo team home base, you are going to get pilots wanting to be the next demo pilot and use the afterburner and get vapes. You think?
Yeah, I know.
That's Joe, man. He's on a
Wow.
tirade.
There you go. He's all about this
I
one.
love it. Unbearable did or did not Top Gun Maverick set records at the box office and Major Bayo bring out the air show fan?
Yes, it did, and that's why Aaron has a good point. Who got paid what to talk in that story?
Yeah,
This is not a majority thing. This is like a handful of people.
Yeah. The husband in this needs RampCheck swag photos.
Yeah, for sure.
We should drop some on. We should go to the next. What was it? Clear Skies, Utah, or whatever.
Safe Skies.
Safe Skies,
That's
Utah.
why I commented on it because it's kind of like safe sky. Yeah, our skies are safe because of those fucking jets. You idiots.
You guys. Don't
I know.
Hank said Grandpa is in it.
I think it might be saying like all the families in it.
Yeah. I guess we better get the gymnastic floor pads out because people are falling because they think they're dying.
I know.
About it without getting emotional.
I'm sorry, this is ridiculous.
Safe Skies, Utah. This is AvGeek Joe. Safe Skies, Utah. I think the skies are more in danger of turbulence from Great Salt Lake, and I've flown in A220s fighting it than from a flock of Major Bayo wannabes. Nice.
The sound of war moved to Gaza. That's a good fucking point. Man.
Yeah, totally. Then I bet you won't be complaining about noise, you idiot.
Right.
I mean, isn't it just kind of ridiculous? Like what they're complaining about? There are actually people in this world that are living by like explosions from like missiles and actual shit. And we're this is a perfect story for like this generation of people.
Oh my
We're
God.
talking about noise. Give me a fucking break.
Well, and noise from F-35s that have been here almost 10 years. So
yeah.
So were they just doing doing their 9-year study to see? Oh,
I know.
Time to release it.
Newer jets. These are newer ones.
And when she says they bring out the decibel meter, something that measures sound, by the way. It's like, oh, thank you. God.
Yeah, I know. Really? Really? It measures sound? Well, thank you.
And they're holding it. It's got the little mic pad on it, and they're like holding it up in the air. Oh, she is 129 decibels. Oh, no.
Man, I wish I would have been there because I would have like held it next to my ass and farted in it. And see these decibels right here?
There's 50 decimals right there.
BH World chiming in. I feel so bad for you three brothers. I'll bring some earplugs next time I see you at Red Flag. Yeah, will you please?
Please do. We need them.
What hashtag is the noise wine line? I want to request jet noise.
Yeah,
right.
I know. You guys need to use Afterburner a little bit more.
Oh,
come on.
Maybe we can move Hill Air Force Base to Naval Air Station Whidbey or Bellingham International Airport.
Yeah, just move a base for a couple of angry people.
I love that AvGeek Joe's all fired up about.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I can't. I want Top Gun Bayo filmed.
Would be too.
Somebody doesn't like Bayo.
I know.
Fire. That Aaron, did you just put up that picture? Yeah.
That was one.
One more from Hank, really quick.
Flew like crazy today. Good.
Crazy today. Hell yes, I'm glad.
Good. I hope they saw this story and did that on purpose.
Oh my God.
So this was a photo actually that Ethan, the Flying Texan, actually took because my iPhone was on top of my camera. And I'm like, oh shit, look how cool this is. And so he snapped a shot of it. But you know, obviously this was in Savannah, Georgia during William Tell. And yeah, the Jets sent it all day. And it's just like, it's the sound of freedom. That's like how everybody gets to enjoy their Thanksgiving. That's how
sound of war.
Look, it's a military base, okay? You live near a military base. If it is that bad, then I don't want. Well, hold on. Let me finish this.
Okay.
I don't want my security and my safety and my freedom compromised, or my family or any of you guys compromised because some whiny ass, bitch ass residents that they're falling to their knees because it's war and I thought I was dying. You know what? Throw some fucking balls or like something, because that is absolutely ridiculous. If that was a family member of mine, I'd be like, oh my God, I would disown them, because it's like the pussification of America, if that's how you want to put it. If you want to get really specific, that's exactly what that is. And
that's
I'm
what
tired.
I meant by the generation. Yeah,
exactly.
It's all about not hurting people's feelings.
And look how quickly that, the mainstream media, a local Salt Lake City station, they just latched right onto it, and they're going to be the heroes for investigating this.
Well, and the base commander, can't remember his name. What do you guys remember what his name was?
I just remember it was Colonel, yeah.
Anyway, I loved his response, how they were kind of trying to bait him, when they asked him the question about not returning phone call. He's just like, sometimes we get all the information we need on the phone call. There's like, he's almost like, there's no fucking reason I need to respond to a bunch of crybabies without saying that. Like, he basically just put her right in her place. And I just love it, dude, because the military is going to do whatever's best for our readiness and training our pilots and our military to be the best. They're not going to worry about people worrying about that it's loud. And that's kind of what I loved about when they interviewed the base commander.
Right. And I'll tell you one thing too, after 9/11 happened, the only sound we heard in the skies for weeks was the combat air patrols that the F-16s out of Hill Air Force Base were flying.
Yeah, but it was so loud.
But
it was so loud.
The only sound in the air. And I'll tell you what, it made me feel safe.
Yeah, it was cool to see him flying around the valley, and they'd buzz the airport every once in a while, and
it's just these idiots that want to crucify America, just like you're saying, the ones against the military, and that they're gonna whine and cry and bitch about it all fucking day. Sorry, Mom. Hold on. Sorry. I gotta.
Well, we've had a few. You have to do a couple, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. There we go. But they're going to be the first ones that are going to whine, cry, and bitch and moan if there ever is a situation here on our soil, God forbid, and they're going to be asking where the military was.
Yeah, exactly. And something like that happening on our soil is a lot like more believable now with the freaking southern border being open like it is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you think none of those people coming across have horrible like motives and orders, then you're an idiot, because that kind of shit is real, and and you can just see over the last 3-4 years, conspiracy after conspiracy theory after conspiracy after conspiracy has all come true. So enough about the bullshit, and none of that can happen here. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I heard this somewhere, and I don't remember where it was, but this is what I tell people whenever you have a conversation with someone, they bring up the word conspiracy theory. I'm like, oh, that's just a conspiracy. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather wear a fucking tinfoil hat than a blindfold.
Yeah.
And I heard that once, and I'm like, it's so spot on with all the conspiracy theories that have been proven true now. It's like, I would rather at least know that rather than just like ignore it and act like it's not possible.
Exactly. And since, and I can speak for all three of us because we talk about this all the time, but since we have all, well, I guess what would the word be? Since we're all awake to what's going on now versus like just even just a few years ago,
right?
Like the very first thing that I thought of when I read this article was, somebody's being paid to do this. Somebody's trying to do something. There's got to be something, on the back end that, I don't know what it is because I haven't done enough research on it yet, but there's got to be something that's going on where they're attacking,
why
Hill Air
10 years
Force
later?
Base.
Why now? Why not when the F-35 first started showing up? What about when the F-105 Thunder Chiefs were flying out of Hill Air Force Base?
Yeah,
I'm old enough to remember that. We lived right below the runway at Hill Field. We lived in Layton. This was the house.
Hey, are you don't get emotional when you talk about it, please. Can you please withhold your emotions when you talk about the sound?
Emotional.
I drop on my knee and almost die out of freaking just love and admiration for what's going on over the head.
You know,
exactly. Yeah.
You notice the title of tonight's podcast, right?
Yeah, because I thought I was dying.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I get emotional, but definitely in not that kind of way.
Yeah, dude. You get the jet flying over the Thunderbirds with that overhead pass, and you hear the music, you get the chills, you get all misty-eyed. That's what it's all about, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Joe says, well said, Tony. Also, well said, Aaron. Also.
Oh, is he leaving me out? I don't know what I said.
Also, Aaron.
Thanks, Joe. Jeez. I guess nothing I've said has been well said.
Well, you're the youngest brother bringing up.
Yeah, apparently.
Here's one more question, too. Do you think that these Safe Skies activists, because
there's like three of them.
Well, right. But what I'm saying, though, is do you think there's activists like this all around? Because
I remember Vermont, there was this shit going on. Remember, we even covered that on a podcast.
Yeah, it's all organized.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely,
isn't that interesting? Organized. I thought things just spontaneously happened in this country. It's all paid for and organized by a bunch of bad fucking people.
Ding, ding, ding.
And to me, I think it's treasonous. Like, if you found proof that they took money to do a story against the military, it's treasonous, man, for our country. Screw these people, man.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to have you on AvGeek Joe to talk about.
I think so.
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, there. I guess that includes me. He said all three of you are well said. Okay. Thanks, Joe. I'm just giving you shit, Joe.
He just doesn't know how to spell Ryan, so he's just beating, just like, all three of you guys. Just kidding. Anyway, oh my God! Anything else we need to do to cover this?
We need to cover anything else because, and I hope KUTV News is watching this. I need to tag them in the description to the story.
I just want to say, destructive noise. Like, give me a fucking break. Sorry, just one more.
Oh, sorry, were you not done?
I'm not done yet. I wanted to show you one more thing.
Ryan, finish your thought. I cut you off first.
Yeah, never mind. Maybe that's why people aren't liking my comments being well said, because you just do that shit.
I didn't.
Just move on. I don't know. I was making my point, and now it's gone.
I didn't mean to.
Okay, Are you guys done? Do you guys need a hug?
No, I'm fine.
So what I'm doing is this is what we posted today.
Oh,
and
the quotes.
Just posted some screenshots, and then I just plastered F-35 all over it.
I grabbed him and went to the ground because I thought we were being attacked. No, you didn't. Nah, you didn't think you were being attacked.
Well, like I said, she's obviously never been attacked before.
And the guy that says he's come on. They weren't even good actors. They could have at least got some better actors.
Yeah. I know that's the thing is you just don't know if it's real.
I know it's so true.
I kind of thought the guy who sounded like Elmer Fudd and said he thought he was dying. I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was. He got a little misty-eyed there. His little frog in his throat. He was doing pretty good.
Someone give that guy an award. It's all right. We'll probably see him in the same story in another state across the country. In a couple weeks.
Here's his award.
Anyway.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's just too bad. But
okay, Ryan, it's yours to.
Nice.
Oh man.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, I feel better
all right.
now that we got a chance to go off on that.
And, okay, so one other thing, brothers. Okay.
Okay.
One other thing about this. Okay. Now, can we really honestly step into their shoes and really try to see their perspective or try to see their side? For me, it's a no. But I'm asking you guys.
I would, but I don't want to. Right?
So you're saying, can I really honestly step in their shoes and see their point?
Can you like have maybe a little bit of empathy for them or something like that? And I think there's way too many things that line up against their bullshit story.
Oh, Tony, sorry, you want to go first?
Go ahead, Ryan. I'll go.
So I think, so listen, if they were flying these F-35s, maybe in the middle of the night, constantly all the time, buzzing the house, like, then I might be a little bit like, okay, yeah, that's annoying, but it wouldn't be like emotional and think I'm being attacked. I wouldn't be as sarcastic, but like, well, I guess what it comes down to for me when it comes to like empathy and stuff, this is a base that has been around. How long has Hill been around?
Oh my God, for 70
a long
years,
time, right?
maybe longer than that.
The F-35s have been there for 10. So it's almost kind of one of those situations where it's like, what did you think when you had a house by an Air Force base? And so I don't really know if I feel any empathy. I just think it's a stupid thing to whine about, considering it's our United States military, you know, our Air Force, and so
1937. That's when.
Yeah. So, and you know, these people weren't alive at that time because maybe the emotional guy might have been a kid or something, but I don't know, man. I really just don't see the empathy in it. And you know what? I don't care if anyone thinks I'm bad for that. Like, fuck them, to be honest.
Well, exactly. What I want to say is, okay, I might be able to have maybe an ounce or two of empathy if they'd been living in this house forever and all it was just a nice, you know, little quiet wheat field or an orchard.
Yeah. C-130s were based there.
Well, no, nothing. Not even a base. And then, oh, wait, what are they doing? They're clearing the field.
Yeah, and then they build the base. Yeah.
Oh, they're military jets. Okay. The base was there long before you fucking moved there.
Well,
You know what you were getting into.
Long before all those houses were built right there by it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You knew what you were getting into. So I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom, but I'm just going to say it. Shut the fuck up and move out of the neighborhood. Thank you.
Hey, This reminds me of a quick story. Let's have Geek Joe really quick. I'd be happy to come on. Sweet. Well, we'd love to have you. And thanks, Ryan. You're welcome. Damn rad, right? Okay. Joe's showing some love now. He's making up for it.
There you go.
I love it. Crisis actors. Yep, definitely. It's like when you see the same ones in all the school shootings, they have the same people in the, you know, that just happen to move in the same areas. Yeah.
Who does the best Yoda voice impression? Because you could read that.
Out of us three.
Crisis actors, these noise whiners are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, quick story, and Aaron might even remember this one. Just along the lines, and this is an aviation podcast. Back when Aaron and I used to work at the FBO down in Provo, Utah, they started bringing in Provo at the time. It was a smaller airport, and they didn't have any airline jet service in and out of there. Mm-hmm. And when they approved to start bringing in some a smaller airline, you know. I think RJs were the plan, maybe MD-80s. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember.
It was Allegiant with their MD-80s.
Allegiant, that's what it was.
Allegiant, yeah.
Well, so we used to take our little van that we had at the FBO and take it to the gas station, which is 2 or 3 miles away, to fill it because our auto gas truck didn't always work. But I remember one time after the city council approved the airline to come in, they did kind of one of these hit piece stories about all the it reminded me of it, Tony, when you were saying someone that just lived in a quiet area and then, you know, but it was really funny because I pulled up in the clear millionaire van and it's clear I worked for an aviation company. I'm filling it up. Well, there was these protesters on the corner, and they had signs that were like, "Don't bring noise to our community." And well, here's the funniest part. The funniest part is first of all, I get out and I'm just looking at them happily filling up my van, like watching, like, and they, and the other funny thing was there were like maybe 4 people protesting, and they had these 2 giant speakers out there, and they were playing jet noises, but they were like military jet level engine noises. They weren't even like, it just shows you like,
well, it was exaggerated jet noises.
Yeah. It's just like,
exactly.
It's like, come on, people. Like, I think they were brought in like 3 flights a day and only did it like 5 days a week. And so if that's 3 flights a day, there's 6 times a day that an MD-80 is going to be landing and taking off, like,
and it's right on the lake of Utah Lake, the way it's positioned.
Yeah,
like, you literally can choose to not buy a house right by that airport.
Right. By Salt Lake International, right by airport number 2, right by Hill Air Force Base. But I do have to say, brothers, those MD-80 afterburners are pretty fucking loud.
I know.
They are, but you know what, dude? Like, I don't know. I live right by. It used to be called Airport Number 2, but now it's called Salt Lake Regional. I think Salt Lake Regional.
Yeah.
It's where the guard base is, and I get Apaches and Blackhawks buzzing my house all day. And there's sometimes I'm in bed, and those Blackhawks are so low, like my bed shakes. And I'm like the exact opposite of people. I'm just like, I just fucking love it. I'm just like,
you're just like, please crack my window.
I'm like running to the window and looking out the blinds to see how low this guy got.
I know. See, we get those Apaches and Blackhawks out here in Eagle Mountain all the time too.
Yeah,
there's a big flying area around here, and all the time. I mean, even the little kids are, they'll hear it and they'll run over to the door or whatever, and we go out and see. I mean, it's I don't understand it. When it comes to something so critical for our freedoms and our safety, these pilots need the training. They need those reps so that when they're in a real world situation, they know what to do instead of, abiding to some fucking idiots that are just, it's too loud, it's scaring me. Like,
I know, right?
I just can't believe it.
And another thing I love about that too in the story is they said, well, one of the solutions that we proposed was, or that they proposed, was to send them out to Wendover Field. So, they don't give a fuck about the people in Wendover.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know.
As long as it's somewhere else, as long as it's not me.
Well, they're all high and drunk at the casino, so they probably wouldn't notice.
Right.
Exactly.
Joe chimes in. Be right back and tell these noise whiners I'll help get their homes listed in Combat Aircraft Mag. That's awesome.
That is pretty.
Oh, dear
funny.
Lord! All right. Anything else now? Oh, wait. Okay.
Oh,
we
sorry.
got a couple more comments.
Couple more, and then you got to lead out. Come on, guys. Try to be 5 minutes away from the base.
Yeah, right.
And then, we got Thiemann, the man.
Hey, man.
I live by an airport, and I occasionally hear MD-11, but I expect it being by a major airport.
Yeah, and an MD-11's like hardly, loud.
Yeah. I mean, and we're av geeks, so we obviously love it more than the average person, but it is what it is.
It's too bad that we didn't live by like a C5 Galaxy AMC base.
Yeah.
You hear that whine, the engines taking off. Of course.
Unfortunately, not anymore, but
that was just the coolest sound ever.
Yeah. C5A and B with those. Yep. What were those engines called? They were J somethings. Damn it! I wish.
Not sure.
But anyway, somebody might know.
Turbo fans. Anyway.
Well, they were like the J, not 57, but
the JADO tubes.
No.
The JADO bottles.
Oh God! Now, okay, move on to the next one. I gotta look up.
Way off.
gotta look up what these are called
Okay.
now because
So
it's bugging me.
unless
That was a
we have
fun
anything
segment.
else we need to say.
TF-39.
Oh, it was
That's
the
what it was. The
TF-39.
TF-39.
I knew that.
The General
I
Electric
didn't.
TF-39.
Anyway. All right. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that segment. That was this week's edition of Fuck Around and Find.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Hey, don't forget, everybody, that the RampCheck Aviation Podcast live stream is live every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitter, and is Rumble working tonight, by the way, Aaron?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, we're live on Rumble tonight.
Woohoo.
I know, right? And if you don't miss, or if you missed out on part of this last segment, you got to go back and watch it. Easiest way to do it: go to Facebook, just click on, or go to, I mean, not Facebook, Jesus.
Well,
Go to-
YouTube
yeah.
and Face. I mean, it's
Yeah,
they're posted there.
You were
after-
half right, brother.
Easiest way though, go to YouTube, go to our YouTube channel, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that little bell, and then you can click on the live tab, and all of our live streams are right below there. You can catch that in its entirety. And then you can also do the same thing on Rumble if you missed a live stream as well. But make sure you just jump onto YouTube and make sure you subscribe. Watch some of our content, watch some of our lives. And then, of course, if you would prefer to listen to the podcast, you can do that on all the major podcast platforms. And you can see a list of those at rampcheckglobal.com. Thank you.
Beauty, eh?
Absolutely. So let's see. Damn it, there was something that was important I was going to say, but now I forgot because I'm trying to do like 5 things at once here.
That's right.
And
Okay.
Podcasting live on the fly.
yes, it is. And so I completely forgot. Well, I do want to say that there's been a lot of engagement on the on Instagram today from that post
That's
that
awesome.
we put up, and
That's good.
it's actually been really, really funny.
Did you
There's
tag KUTV in that, by the way?
no,
You totally should have.
I should have, to be honest with you, I just totally forgot.
You should have even tagged that Safe Skies group.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do they have an Instagram?
Well, I bet they do. I mean, they got to get their message out to their few followers.
We totally need to troll them. But
yes.
But anyway, like Tony was saying, you go to YouTube. We've got a really kick-ass, video Bayo. It's kind of a tribute video.
Oh yeah,
that we produced. And
you need to go watch that if you haven't. It's awesome.
Go check it out. It's got some good jet noise that I hope the Safe Skies Utah enjoyed the whole time. I'll have to zoom in on some of the photos. Maybe I can see them in their yards going, "Oh my God, my knee!"
No, they're going to be in their shelters, their bunkers. You won't see them.
Their war shelters because they're getting attacked. It's not the sound of free. Okay, all right, we got to stop.
Speaking of, I know, right? Do I need to play the sweeper again? Speaking of some sweet jet noise. So 20 years ago this week, November 26, 2000.
Good segue, brother.
Thank you very much. I'm a broadcast professional. Okay, thank you. Anyway, so back on November 26, 2023 was the last flight.
2003.
That's what I said. Damn it! Screwed it up again. I know. Anyway, there was some music on here. Let me see. Make sure it's not.
Yeah, the music.
Actually, I really can't hear the music on that well because the sound of the jet.
I think it's the
look
Concorde.
at that thing.
Yeah, that's such a kick-ass aircraft.
That.
Wow, the audio's a little off.
Yeah, I was gonna say it already flew by on the audio.
Unless there was an aircraft flying chase that flew over.
Maybe there was. See, it's pretty synchronized there.
Look at that.
Maybe they just made it up.
Those burners on. It's I would imagine that experience is a lot like a B-1 launch.
I was gonna say it looks just like a B-1 from those four afterburners.
Similar. One more Concorde video. You guys are familiar with the former Kaitak airport in
the checkerboard approach
in China, the checkerboard approach.
I used to do that one all the time on my flight sim.
on flight sim.
Oh, you did?
I crashed it many times.
Nice. Wow, that's freaking awesome. Okay,
Try
so
doing that approach in a 747. Yeah, that's not very easy.
Well, how about this? Try doing that approach in a Concorde.
That's cool.
Granted, this is old video. Look at that.
It is. That's awesome. Look at the condensation coming off the wing.
Damn.
Man, he looks like he's coming in fast.
Damn, look at that shit.
Overcorrecting a little bit.
Dude, he's a wow.
Is that that checkerboard approach? Was that Hong Kong? No.
ITAC in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was in Hong Kong. Okay.
It's the old Hong Kong airport.
That's the old one. Yeah.
And Hong Kong has a new one. Okay. Well, it's not new now. At least 10 years old. Kind of like those new fighter jets at Hill Air Force Base. Anyway.
Yeah, the new fighter jet.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Wish I could have either flown on or seen one of those fly, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never got the chance.
The only time I saw one in person was, next to the Intrepid Museum in New York.
Yep.
There's an Air France one there.
Yeah, I saw one when I did the I think it was the one in DC. Museum. The Udvar Udvar Hazy, yeah. They could have picked a easier name to name it after.
I know.
Did
you're Udar.
Did you guys see that L-1011 in the background a second ago?
Yeah, there's another one right there.
The old Delta. Yep.
You know, I love that old British Airways livery, especially on the Concorde.
It's cool. Yeah, it looks good.
See, I used to doodle pictures of this shit when I was in school. Oh, there's a 7400.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's
that's
on
awesome.
fire. Oh, that's not.
It's got vape.
Yeah, I don't want to see that video.
Yeah, God, that's just makes you sick to your
Awful.
stomach.
Yep.
So if the 747 was the queen of the skies, what would you call the Concorde?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to think of something.
No
I
idea.
don't know. That's a good one.
Put it on the spot.
It's time to play Stump the Brothers on the RampCheck Aviation Podcast.
I know. If anybody listening or watching has a suggestion,
definitely
throw them in the chat because that would be
we're not talking about like the official name. Just
what you could call
what would the bitch of the skies?
Oh
no, that doesn't.
No, sorry, I had to look back because I have one of those airline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is the Concorde on there? And it is. So I'm just making sure.
It have to be.
It better be.
I don't know. That's a good one. We'll have to figure it out.
Well, should we just go to our last story really quick, and then we'll do our Instagram stories from accounts we follow?
Let's do it.
Why, yes. Okay, let's give our list. I want to ask our listeners.
Yes.
Do any of you know what our viewers what that is from? And I'll do it again. You ask the question, and then the actor says, "Why, yes." Okay. Anyway, we'll see if anyone can come up with it.
Yeah.
All right. What's our next story?
All right. So the first FAA.
Can you zoom in, brother?
Oh yeah.
Zoom in on this, eh?
Zoom in on this, eh?
Let's see. Oh, where's the zoom? Oh, there.
Another movie quote. We speak in movie quotes a lot, so
yes,
that's one thing.
You can also click on the little accept all or X.
Yeah,
X
get that shit.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
The first FAA approved Boeing 737 MAX 10 certification flight test takes off.
Cool.
Yeah. So the certification flight test took off less than 24 hours after the FAA authorized the process to begin. Boeing confirmed on November 22nd of 2023 last week that the largest variant of its MAX aircraft had been cleared to commence certification flight testing after an internal memo was made public. The memo from Boeing's Vice President Mike Fleming described the FAA's authorization as a significant milestone in the 737-10's journey to enter passenger service. Boeing received clearance in the form of type inspection authorization, and it appears from its social post that the plane maker got to work almost immediately. Is it just me, or did I just read the same thing like 8 different times?
Yeah, I was like copied and pasted and just tweaked a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what's important is how loud is it?
Maybe
Sorry.
they need to do the testing up at Hill Air Force Base.
I know.
Maybe they'll do the SR-72 flight testing out of Hill Air Force Base.
Oh, hell yes.
So, ready for takeoff. Watch the 737-10 begin certification flight testing at Boeing Field in Seattle less than 24 hours after the FAA authorized the flights to begin, Boeing wrote on
I already said that. Yeah.
formerly known as Twitter.
Cool. There
Here's
it
the
is.
price really quick.
The largest variant of the 737 MAX.
Look at that wingspan, too.
Yeah, it's pretty big, isn't it?
That's a lot longer. Yeah, we flew on some MAX 8s recently.
Yes, we did on Southwest Airlines.
That was cool. You know, that almost looked computer generated with that blue sky and that backdrop. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And I'm going to play a little video here. A lot of y'all don't know about this because the fuselage is extended so much on the MAX 10. Boeing actually had to engineer a new main landing gear for it.
Oh, sweet.
Which is something different that really hasn't been done for. I mean, it's basically the same gear for decades. But
still a single bogey, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's still the single. You got your 2 wheels on each, and but anyway, here's a cool video. Check this out.
And we've extended the fuselage 66 inches based on customer feedback to add more seats. A longer fuselage typically necessitates a longer landing gear, but a longer landing gear would then require changes to items such as the main gear wheel well. We wanted to preserve commonality in the MAX family. We needed to get the landing gear back into the same unchanged wheel well of the MAX 8 and 9. To do that, we've added 9 inches of capability to the gear lengthwise
That's what
when
she
the airplane
said.
rotates. And to do that, we put in this
I
new lever.
do declare.
This is really the key. This
Look
is
at that.
on the ground.
Isn't that cool?
And this is when we rotate. And this lever extends down that 9.5 inches to provide us that rotation. Now what I have here behind me is a 3D printed plastic model, half scale.
That's pretty
that
cool.
represents the complete design functionality. Now to get us back into the same wheel well, the engineering team has come up with an innovative shrinking mechanism. And this mechanism,
The innovative shrinking.
as I'll do right
A lot
now,
of length.
Just show her a picture of
pull
your
up
grandma.
the rear cylinder and allow us to
Look
be
at that.
positioned the
Naked.
same as the existing
The engineering
MAX
just
family
is
today.
fascinating.
From a pilot's perspective,
Wow.
there's absolutely nothing different between the MAX 10 main landing gear and the existing MAX families. That solution really maximizes both the value to us and our customers. This is something that I think all engineering
I see what
teams
they did
strive
there.
to go
That was
accomplish.
fun.
The challenges that we've asked our team to go do, they've just knocked it out of the park to date.
Cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Way to go,
Any-
Boeing.
Anyway,
By the way,
a lot of people
Boeing-
don't know that. Hopefully, that music wasn't copyrighted.
And well,
But,
we'll find out. Fuck around and find out. By the way, Boeing, big winner at the Dubai Air Show as far as aircraft sales.
Oh yeah.
So that's a cool
Yep.
thing. And by the
Nice.
way, part of those aircraft sales, like Ethiopian Airlines, who was one of the airlines that suffered one of the original accidents that grounded the 737 MAX, they
Yeah.
ordered a shit ton of those planes from Boeing, apparently. So,
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
it's
wow.
a great
Nice.
aircraft. I mean,
Absolutely.
there was some issues, with Boeing not disclosing everything, and then also some pilots that just,
well,
weren't
if you go
well
back,
trained.
if you go, I was just going to say, if you go back to our audio version of the podcast, and so this was in probably mid 2020. In fact, I think we had a few of our guests that we had on, we asked them about that. And really the common denominator that everybody was thinking, it was the majority of it. Yeah, Boeing was at some fault for, like you said, the lack of training procedures or the lack of disclosure of the issues, thinking that they weren't issues. But the biggest the biggest common denominator was training and the lack of airmanship. So,
yep, go give that a listen.
Yep, absolutely.
That one you'll just have to listen because I don't think we were.
Yeah,
no, we didn't start doing live stream. We did a couple test videos over the years, but nothing consistent until this year.
Right.
Two Bags was one of them. That was a great episode. If you get a chance to go back and watch the Two Bags episode, that is on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, Two Bags.
And while you're there, like, subscribe, and share. Also, take a look at some of our content. I think you'll like it. Are we ready for our next segment, or our favorite segment of the podcast?
Yep.
Yes, let's do it.
It is time for Instagram stories from accounts we follow.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, for God's sakes. Hold on.
That happened last time.
It did. That's so weird. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to make sure the music's muted. Okay, pilot Shalina. Himalayan mountains. Wow. Doing some travel there.
Hey,
there's Hank. Just for the neighbors of Hill. Beautiful.
Well done, Hank.
Thanks, Hank. That was awesome.
Right, we're going to like that one. That's a great one.
Yeah,
nice job, Hank.
Great one to like.
Alex Nicole, 21. Looks
hello.
Like she's enjoying some good coffee. Let's see. An ad. Let's see. Pog's plane. I never know how to say that. Anyway, she does sell some of her photography at, I think it's a Layton Hills Mall or something. Or
oh, nice.
I don't know.
Is that what's her name? Audrey?
Yeah, Audrey.
Yeah, Audrey.
Yeah. So anyway, looks like those ones were up at Hill. But anyway, TX Aviation Images, what's up? Oh yeah, he's getting some of that.
You too?
57 action. No. That's WB 57.
That's what I said. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Canberra.
Yeah.
That's the NASA.
Yep, that was in Salt Lake actually last month, I believe.
And that was orbiting on the last SpaceX Starship launch as well.
That's right, it was. All right, patches are out. There you go. Coast Guard. What kind of helicopter, brothers?
Amagusta.
MH-65 Dauphine.
Dauphine. Do you have a Dauphine?
Do you have a Dauphine? That's funny.
Do you speak with dolphins? Do you have a dolphin?
Warride 33.
There we go.
Oh, it's Jesus totally gonna dunk on Satan, dude.
Oh, that's
crossing him over.
Yeah. Good old Jacob with his Instagram stories. Very cool. Rogers. The Flying Texan. Oh, this is actually oh wow, look at that. Nice. So he actually posted on his Instagram right here. Look, we're number 2 on his list for podcast listens.
Number 2? What the fuck?
Hey, that's pretty damn good.
Hey, we made top 5. We're good.
That's awesome. Right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
That's all I gotta say. That's Nathan. That's Ethan I met out at Savannah.
Nice. Well, thanks, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Viper Girl used to be Hope Pilot. She changed it. I guess she was getting way too much spam in her inbox. But
where my hose at?
Exactly. Rocketman Aviation. I met Viper Girl and Rocketman Aviation at William Tell as well. Both cool people. Yeah. Nice. 747 and a dog running in the park. Okay. All right. Rockwell, B1 Lance. Ooh, plane tags. They got some B1 tags. That's cool.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice. Those would be pretty cool to get.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Plane tags are cool. I have a cool Atlas Air 747-200 Jessica got me.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, that's Sam. That's Sam. Sammy Sam. That's she's got a bunch of our swag.
Yeah, she supports us. Yep.
Yeah, she's cool. She's really cool. keep him flying. He used to be based at Hill, actually. He was part of the F-35 demo team.
Very cool.
Nice. Aviation. Everybody's doing their top songs.
I was going to say this must have just came out because that's all I see anywhere. So
yeah, this is my daughter, Bryn. Thanks for being my top podcast of 23. Anyway, so she's a dancer. But anyway, their dominant center leadership versus leader kayak. Okay, I'm sure there's quite a deep story about that one.
He looks like he was talking about the Hill Air Force Base noise story.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
They just all do it behind closed doors.
Yeah. Yeah, age 10, age 21.
Right.
That's so, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool pics.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Bert.
Reposting Hill, yes. Look at that view. Absolutely. We're going to like every single one of these.
Absolutely.
Minuteman 2 missile mishap response team training. That's cool. Oh, sorry. All right, here we go.
35 demo team.
A little Hess. He wasn't that
that is a little Hess. Where the hell has he been?
I don't know.
Good question.
There 767 training. I think he's transitioning to captain. I think that's why he's
Fontana? Nice.
Yeah, he's doing
Got to
that.
be careful when you say someone's transitioning nowadays, brother.
Yeah, I know. I think he's doing his training to become a captain. Sorry.
Awesome.
Okay, so the last one we'll do
Taz.
Chris Taz.
Yes, Taz. He actually had you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to deviate a little bit here. He actually had this post. This is actually pretty cool. Crusair Aviation Taz. Today is my anniversary. In 8 years, I was diagnosed with an illness that would change my life forever, type 1 diabetes. It's an illness that used to be a death sentence. With research and technology, thankfully, that is no longer the case. This disease does not have a limit, does not have to limit or hold you back. It does not define you. It has made me stronger as a person than I ever thought possible. It made me realize what is important in life. It refocused my life in a direction I didn't see coming. I was on path to be an average run-of-the-mill pilot, doing the same job so many other pilots do. My refocus was why I love to fly. I have a passion for helping others learn to fly. Teaching others become my new mission. So, and this is cool. He goes on to really list, like 1 year after his diagnosis, he was awarded the Western Pacific Flight Instructor of the Year, which is pretty cool. The next year became the 51st FAA National Flight Instructor of the Year. 2022, he retired after 20 years in the Air Force. Proud to say we actually visited him while he was at his last year.
His last post. Yep.
And opened my own flight school in Vegas. I teach everything from gliders to helicopters and everything in between. Well, congratulations, Taz. That's so badass. And, you know, I share the type 1 diabetes with you. I was diagnosed when I was 19 years old. And, yeah, I know what a pain in the ass it is.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, Tony.
Not at 19.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah.
Careful, Tony. I don't know if I would use that one either.
I have not been given the diabetes yet, as far as I know.
Yeah,
I don't remember how long ago
hopefully
it was.
not.
I think it was 56. It's been probably 8 years, I think.
And lucky for you, though, you don't have to wear a glucose monitor and take shots or, fast acting.
I'm like
insulin like I have for.
I'm like type weird. It's
20
like
years.
and as long as I stay this way, I'm happy. My doctor said that would change within a year, and here it is 8 years later, and
I know. Good luck.
Hey.
Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. This is 25 years for me. Holy shit.
Hey, Aaron, do you think our viewers want to hear the story when you moved back from Denver, when you were diagnosed?
Which, the part
truck
where
stop bathroom.
Yes, that's like a Dumb and Dumber
Should I
moment.
just tell a quick version of it? All right.
Okay, I will, but let's end this segment. And we'll end with that story.
All right. Okay.
The more you around, the more you're going to find out.
Yeah,
All right,
I played the wrong one.
Oops, I was like, I didn't even realize it.
It's a live stream, people.
So we were talking about the diabetes before.
I figured it was the same video too, and then I saw the alien woman with the big boobs, and I was like,
Right.
oh, shit, wrong clip. Anyway,
right. So just quick story before we finish up. Back when Aaron was first diagnosed with the what were you, 19?
Yep. Yeah.
19. Okay, Aaron was living up in Colorado, I believe, with Tony.
Yep.
Got diagnosed, and it's the first little while that Aaron's having to do the insulin shots and all that, and he was moving back
and having to rotate them like around your body. So
yeah,
you're
like
not injecting
arm,
spot multiple times,
lower back, all that. But so I flew up to Aaron was going to move back to Salt Lake, and I was still living in Salt Lake, so I flew up to drive back with him, so he didn't have to make the drive by himself and help him move. And we're driving through the middle of the night, and we stopped. I don't even remember what town it was, but it was middle of the night, Flying J, truck stop. And, Aaron's like, hey, you want to help me do a shot?
Yeah,
so
you want to learn how to do it?
You want to learn?
Need your help? Or
yeah. And I'm just like, sure, why not? So we're in a truck stop restroom, and he's lifting up the back of his shirt and just pulling his waistband down on his pants just a little bit, because that's where he was doing the shot. And right as I was about to put the needle in, this guy walks into the restroom, opens the door, and we're right there. And I look up and make eye contact with him, and I thought he would just continue and go in the stall. He just takes 2 steps backwards and closes the door and goes somewhere else. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
It's a funny story.
It's an enjoyable story.
It made your Dumb and Dumber vibe to it for sure.
Yeah, it was like, he's like, oh shit, I just walked in on these guys drugging each other up. But
I know,
anyway,
right?
It was pretty funny. But damn diabetes.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. It's probably the only reason why I'm not retiring out of the Air Force right now.
Yeah.
Right. Hear you.
Yes, sir.
Well, everybody, don't forget, join us right here on YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitter, Rumble, and maybe again someday on Instagram Live.
I know, it's just not working. So annoying.
Every Wednesday night, right here, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, for the RampCheck Aviation Podcast. Hey, don't forget, Thanksgiving is past. That was a week ago. It's last week. If you're going to get some Ramp swag for your family to put under the Christmas tree, you better do it quickly to make sure you get it in time.
Yes.
Cannot stress that enough. All kinds of cool Ramp swag at the Ramp Swag store. Go to www.rampcheckglobal.com. You'll see the Ramp Swag store. Links to wherever you can see the podcast or hear the podcast are there as well. Again, great designs for the Av Geek and your family.
Got a few new items on there too.
Ooh, I like the new Navy stuff. That's cool.
Hey, look at that. Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force, the different A, B, and C variants.
We need to have a sale on our F-35 merchandise and make the discount code Bill Babies or something.
My knees. I thought I was dying.
Yeah, we need to do something like
Use
that.
the secret passphrase. I thought I was dying and save 35%. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, I love that stuff, dude. That is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like.
Yeah, look, this is this cool Viper one too. So the cool thing about this is a zip hoodie. It's got, it's got a little logo on the sleeve, but it's got the U.S. Air Force on there.
Very cool.
Yeah, those are actually those are pretty cool.
Nice stuff.
But
brother.
and I've got other aircraft too, but all the time, I haven't had. We got a KC-135 right now, Viper, and then of course the 5th gen Panthers, which are the F-35s, because we can't use the F-35 name associated with merch because Lockheed Martin and their attorneys are kind of dicks about it. But whatever. And then, of course, you got some William Tell stuff, remove before flight. This is a new design. This is like, excuse me, if you're, an aviation photographer, AvGeek photographer, it's kind of a cool design.
Oh, yeah.
Aviation photographer.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. So anyway, oops, went back one too many. Anyway, so, and then, a lot of the other swag items.
The cool originals there as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Still
Anyway,
get me one of those camo hats, dude. With the
I know,
35 on
I know.
there.
We're gonna need to get together and put in a big order. So that's right.
Once again, www.rampcheckglobal.com. That'll get you to the Ramp Swag store. Get yourself and your family some Ramp Swag for Christmas. They'll love you for it, damn it. Anyway. So yeah, anything else we need to talk about?
I think that's it.
That about does it. So thanks again for watching tonight. Make sure you join us again next Wednesday night, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
I'm getting a little emotional to say goodbye. Good day.
Are you dying?